Hiya guys, it's Stuart again here from SD Roberts Plastering and Wall Insulation, Coventry and Warwickshire. We're in Kenilworth this week. We've got two very cold bay window areas, plus a returning wall, which is also external. And also this small section here, where we put in a thin profile insulation just on the small return here off the bay window. And the reason that we're doing that is because that section of the wall is external. You can see the porch area here. So there's 2 foot return, which is an outside facing wall. But rather than having a horrible step in the wall with the insulation, we drop down to a thin profile insulation. So once it's all plastered, you won't see that. And I'll show you exactly what I mean, because we've also done this room, which is now decorated, plastered, finished. So we can show you how it looks after the internal wall insulation is installed. And again, we're using a 25mm PIR insulation, foil backed, with a plasterboard laminate. So the total thickness is around 35 and a bit millimeters. So not too much floor space lost. The fireplace has been removed. It's going to be insulated over the top. We will return to remove the vent on the outside, infill this with mineral wool, seal it all up before insulation. We've got a thin profile that goes around the windows. Those of you that follow the videos, you've probably seen us do that a few times before. And again, 30mm PIR, full wrap of the bay. We've also exposed the ceiling section of the bay because there was no insulation up there at all. So we've packed that with mineral wool. That will then be made good and plaster patched. All the skirting board will be renewed, as will the window boards. So let's move into here and I'll show you now the finished result of internal wall insulation. Almost finished. They've still got a lick of paint and some snagging to do. So once internal wall insulation is installed, the room will heat up incredibly fast, and that heat will be retained within the space because all of the outside walls are now fully insulated. This area here is where we drop down to a thin profile insulation. You can't see any evidence of that at all. The plaster has been patched and blended into the wall. So around 2 foot coming off the outside wall on the bay has been insulated with a thin profile insulation. We've also used the thin profile insulation all the way around the windows, which has still left a good margin. As you can see, it's still left a good margin around the window frames, so have not breached the window frames at all. MDF window boards have gone back on. And the reason we've had to do that is because the existing window boards, there's just not enough overhang to allow for the 30mm PIR insulation. So we have to renew the window boards. We do have to adjust the radiator pipes as well. We do have to renew the skirting boards. And also the power points have to be extended. All of this is included in your package and your quotation on all of our internal wall insulation projects. So we cover everything apart from the painting. The customer's done the painting in here. The reason we don't do painting is because once we've finished plastering, there's a drying out period needed. But if you don't fancy painting, we can put you in touch with some professional painters in the Warwickshire area. So if you live in the Kenilworth area, the Leamington Spa area, Coventry or Warwickshire area, and you have freezing cold rooms like this one, the bay windows are the main culprit for heat loss. So these bay windows can lose up to 50% of the room's heat. People are quite surprised to hear that. 50% of the room's heat can be lost because typically the brickwork or timber framework that make up the bay window are usually non-insulated and usually thinner than the existing walls. So that's why the bay windows are so cold. Also, in most situations, the ceiling section above your bay windows probably not been insulated. So if it's an external roof construction and you've got like a separate ceiling area like this one, the chances are that's completely void of insulation and 25% of your heat will go up through that uninsulated bay window. So again, hit the link below if you'd like a free quotation on an internal wall insulation job or for insulating your cold bay windows. Thanks for watching. See you on the next video.